Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. So today's video is going to be another installment of me just reacting to fat acceptance TikToks that I found. That being said, I do find these and it can be kind of a lot of work. And I know everybody's For You pages are different, so if you find any cringe anywhere that you want me to react to, please send it to me in my Instagram DMs. I appreciate it so much. Okay, that's it. Let's just get into it. Let's just not ramble.
The entire suit is from Abercrombie.
What is going on with a certain shade of thin women on this app? You shop at Abercrombie, and you think you're fat? You're literally holding the pants up because they're too loose on you, but you think you're fat. My mind is absolutely boggled by this creator and other creators like her. First of all, she's stealing the concept of this from another creator on TikTok who she's not crediting. And second of all, she's not even a fat person. Why do you all want to be oppressed for your body size when you're not? I don't understand. Do you just feel left out? Because I promise you that systemic fat phobia is really shitty and we deal with actual, real problems. And you out here pretending like buying a size large at Abercrombie means you're plus size. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Y'all need to stop. Seriously, y'all really need to stop.
Okay, so starting off with our old pal, Fat Sapphic Bro. I'm honestly really surprised I'm not blocked by them yet. Because they're on kind of a tirade, which we'll talk about in the next one. Anyway, so this one is in response to a girl on TikTok who is doing the "is it a fit or is she fat" trend or something like that. I see her a lot when I'm researching for TikToks for these videos, and people just overall talking about how she's not fat and how she doesn't understand the struggle and whatever. But she starts, and she is, I will say, I do agree that I do think she took this trend from somebody else and isn't crediting them, which as a content creator myself is not great. But when she makes these videos, she does say in them that she was told her whole life that she couldn't wear certain things because of her body, and so she wants to try and dispute that and whatever. And while she may not be super plus size or plus size at all, that doesn't negate the fact that she experienced growing up by being told that she couldn't wear certain things, and so now she's kind of trying to heal that by making these TikToks. Again, as I say in every video, just because somebody else's experience is different than yours doesn't make it less traumatic or doesn't lessen the effects it's had on their life. And on the caption, Fat Sapphic Bro, or not the caption, but the text on the screen, Fat Sapphic Bro says, "Please get therapy for your body dysmorphia, y'all, because this content is such garbage." And I thought this was really interesting because time and time again, Fat Sapphic Bro and other creators in the fat acceptance realm constantly discredit the experience of body dysmorphia. So now to prove their point, Fat Sapphic Bro's point, they are now admitting that body dysmorphia is a real thing and is causing her to think she's fat and to make these TikToks. So which one isn't? I really need to know. Yeah. Okay. On to the next one.
I could have my tummy out.
This isn't the worst video, not the most harmful, but it is worth calling out because it isn't doing what the creator thinks it's doing, or people in the comments, or anything like that. Obviously, you can post whatever you want to post. That is not the point. The problem is hashtagging posts like this with body positivity really waters down a movement that was meant for actually really marginalized bodies. And I'm not just centering myself in this. Yes, I am very visibly fat and I get a lot of discrimination for that, but it is nothing close to someone who has compounding marginalized identities. So those people at the front and center. Videos like this just water down a movement that was meant to liberate the most marginalized of bodies and contribute to a larger culture of just fat people getting harassed for videos like this and then others not.
So that video is from Swatchmaker. Leah, I think is her name. So she's stitching a video of a girl putting her makeup on and singing the song by Meghan Trainor, Made You Look, and she's like, I can have my belly out, and she has her belly out, and like whatever, and she is like on the smaller side, but like she has a belly and whatever, I don't know what size she'd be, but yeah. And again, this is just like, I don't know what fat acceptance wants or where they intend to stop. I think what really stuck out to me about this one was the fact that like Leah doesn't even consider herself like as marginalized as people with compounding marginalization. So it feels like we're all in just like this competition to see who's the most oppressed and who's the most discriminated against. And I think fat people probably the least oppressed on the scale of oppression. And so, yeah, like, I agree with her that I shouldn't be comparing her experience of marginalization as a fat person to somebody who's, like, fat and black. Like, I don't think that's a comparison that she should be making, and I'm happy she said that. But at the same time, it's like, where do we stop? Like, why can't we all just, like, kind of commiserate together about our different body image issues and our different issues with how the world treats us because of certain things about the way we are, and just support each other as human beings instead of just tear each other down? Like, where does it end? And why can't we all just, like, try and coexist? And I know that's not possible because, like, not everybody has to get along. But, like, why can't we just try it? Like, especially in the body positivity space. Like, why can't a woman be proud, like, be trying to love her body and her belly? Because she is, like, the woman who is putting on her makeup and stuff with her belly out and singing. She is, like, thinner, and I talk about this on my channel often, and I do think it is less socially acceptable for a thin person to have a visible belly than fat people to have visible bellies. Because oftentimes you see thin women, particularly in media, being like speculated on as if they're pregnant or not because they have a belly, or just being flat out criticized because they gained weight or have a belly. Whereas like if it's you never see, I at least have never seen someone like Melissa McCarthy being criticized for her weight by the media. But I saw someone like Taylor Swift being criticized about her weight all the time. Or someone who sticks out to me a lot is Jennifer Aniston. For some reason, growing up, I remember Jennifer Aniston being on the cover of tabloids all the time, and they'd show like unretouched pictures of her and just like rip her to shreds. But you never heard anything about like Melissa McCarthy or who else? The girl from This Is Us, I can't remember her name. I have a whole opinion on the portrayal of being a fat person in This Is Us that I've been thinking about making a video about for the longest time. So if you want that, let me know. But her, or like Adele before she lost it, like you never really saw tabloids or whatever ripping into these like plus size, like truly plus size women. But you see tabloids and media and whatever ripping into thinner women who just happen to have a pooch. So I think it's totally fine, and I use the term pooch lovingly. I also have a pooch. So I think it's a very valid thing for people on the opposite side of the weight spectrum to celebrate body positivity, because honestly, I think in terms of like media and society, I genuinely think that they have been shit on the most. And yes, do I think fat people are discriminated against in other ways, such as like in the medical field? I'm making a video about that soon, like today, so that'll be up soon. Yes, do I think that there are certain things in the world that are not made for fat people that should be made for fat people? Absolutely. And do I think those are big issues too? Yes, but those do not negate the other ones. And so this constant talk about like how thin people joining the body positive movement is like watering down what it was meant to be is bullshit, because I personally think it's just evolving and more people are wanting to be involved, and there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, if fat acceptance activists just allowed it, they'd have more allies on their side. But they don't accept these people into their clique. And it's really sad. Anyways, on to the next one. I just want to say this one is from like a thread that Fat Sapphic Bro started about mass reporting people they deem as like trolls and bullies, aka me, people like me, who make videos about them, posing very valid arguments, but wanting their followers to mass report these people, aka me. And so I found out about that, and I immediately went to their TikTok to like find out more. And this is a response to a comment on the TikTok that Fat Sapphic Bro made about like basically calling on their followers to mass report people making videos about them.
Editing Megan is back. So I wanted to go back on Fat Sapphic Bro's account just to make sure that I was getting my timeline correct. And actually, this particular TikTok was posted before their most recent TikToks about like going to mass report trolls, or not about going to do that, because they talk about that in the comments. But where those conversations started, this was posted before that. But I will say it was only like 5 days before, so I want to say it's all in the same vein. I don't know. But when I said that this was like a response to a comment on the TikTok about mass reporting trolls, that was not correct. And I'm just trying to cover my ass. Anyways, back to the regularly scheduled programming.
And so the comment says, it's so gross that people feel entitled to your entire medical history before they decide if they're going to treat you with basic human decency. And then this is what they said.
Yeah, the thing is that the trolls that stalk my profile and the people that make videos about me, none of them actually care about who I am as a person. And all of them are basically triggered by the things that I say. And instead of reading the research articles that I've shown or looking into the research articles that exist or educating themselves on the topic, they instead don't want to challenge any of their biases and come at me instead. And so people make a lot of accusations about things that they think I'm lying about, my age, my health status.
And I do think that they put copyrighted music on the back to keep us from putting this in the video, but I don't really care.
My conditions, the severity of my PCOS, they think that they're entitled to all of this information because I guess because I talked about it openly online, but like I have 14,000 followers, and the people who are mutuals with me and the people who are following me in good faith, I get asked questions all the time. People don't make assumptions. People ask me questions respectfully, and I happily talk about things in depth.
The thing about this is, like, I know that content creators who make videos about them about Fat Sapphic Bro, have reached out to try and have like a conversation, and they've blocked them, those content creators. So like, do you really want people to ask you questions and learn about you as a person, or are you just creating an echo chamber to further your own beliefs and not allowing anybody else into it? That's a question I have for you.
And it's a little bit frustrating and annoying, to be really honest, that instead of reaching out to me to talk to me to clarify what they're confused on.
And what the content creator I'm talking about is the cynical dude. I do watch his videos. I don't agree with everything he says, but I think he's kind of entertaining, so I like watching his videos. And Cynical Dude has said that he has reached out to Fat Sapphic Bro to have a conversation. And he even, in the video that he talked about, where he found out that Fat Sapphic Bro was like calling on their followers to mass report him, Cynical Dude said that that he has reached out to Fat Sapphic Bro, but Fat Sapphic Bro just blocked him. And so, yeah, that's my response to this. I'm just trying to further what Cynical Dude has said.
They just make videos about me. And they lie in all of their videos, and
we don't lie. That's also, I'm sorry, I'm kind of doing like a play-by-play of this one because it's really long, but like we don't lie. The video I made on Fat Sapphic Bro was me calling out medical misinformation that they spread all the time on their platform of 14,000 people. I'm not shading having less followers or whatever. It was just the slyness in which they said that made me laugh. We don't lie, and we don't make assumptions. At least I don't think. But I might not be qualified to fully debunk all of the things that they say in their videos, but I had a lot of people in my comments on my video about them who are qualified to debunk those, and everybody was like, yeah, this is not true. Or if I said something wasn't true and it was, they said, actually, this is kind of true. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so we don't lie. We're just trying to point out the bullshit that you put on the internet with such confidence. Because that shit is dangerous.
They make assumptions, again, about my lived experiences and about my diagnoses, and they accuse me of lying, and then they don't monitor any of their comments. So the comments on most of these videos are absolutely horrific. There are plenty of comments of people misgendering me that these creators don't moderate.
Okay, so with that, I will say that on the video that I made about them, there were a lot of people being like, I don't care, this person's stupid, that's a dude, blah, blah, blah. I don't co-sign that at all. I don't. But I also can't sit around all day and moderate my comments. I said in the video, like straight away, that just because we don't agree with what somebody is saying doesn't give us the right to disrespect their pronouns and what they identify as. And I used their preferred pronouns throughout the entire video. And I more than encouraged people who watched the video and made comments about it, and made comments on it to respect their pronouns as well. And did I find some of them that I saw disrespectful? Yes, but can I monitor them all the time? No. And that's an unrealistic expectation for any content creator. And I feel horrible that people were horrible in those comments, because that's not fair either. And that is something I do feel bad about, is that the comment sections can get bad. But after I post another video, I don't see the comments on that video as on past videos as easily anymore. And so it sucks, but that's just how it is.
Don't take care of. There are people saying, accusing me of lying about my age or my conditions or the severity of my conditions.
I will never accuse anybody about lying about medical conditions or disabilities, except for Nikocado Avocado in that one video that I made a year ago, because that was just nonsense. But I will never, ever, ever question someone's invisible struggles, because I have invisible struggles, and I know how shitty that feels. And yeah, so I just want that out there too.
All of this, which is funny, it's like all of this is shit that if I wanted to, I could prove, right? Like I can show y'all my license, my birth certificate. I could show y'all my actual literal lab work. I could show y'all
I literally don't care about that. I don't give a shit about that. What I do care about is the medical misinformation you spread about weight loss and weight loss surgery, which I think will deter people from making really important life-changing decisions. I don't give a shit about proof of what you're going through or whatever, because that's none of my business. But I do give a shit about potentially keeping people from making life-changing or life-saving decisions.
Medical chart. But like, people who aren't assholes don't feel the need to like have me show proof of things. They just believe my lived experience. Why these trolls, these people that make videos about me seem to think I'm lying, I don't know. That's a them problem though. And it's just, I don't know, it's frustrating because most of this stuff can be proven. It's not difficult to figure out. And I'm open about things. And I have no reason to lie. It's bizarre.
So that's that. I gave my reaction as it went along, but that's that. I do think that them calling for mass reporting and false reporting of creators online is extremely unethical and is against YouTube's terms of service, I believe, and so like that's not cool. So yeah, YouTube, if you get like an influx of people like mass reporting my page, please just talk to me about it. That'd be pretty dope because I'm not harassing anybody. I'm just giving my opinions. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that in there because I am aware of like this whole situation and it sucks, but it comes with the territory, so whatever. So this is from Marissa Matthews. She's back. I haven't included her in one of these videos in a while, but she's back. And so this says, holy shit, there's a lot on this screen. So I'm just going to start from the top right and move my way down. So it's a screenshot of Marissa's DMs. And it says, LOL, I love when people think that me standing up for myself against people who intentionally harm, abuse, I'm assuming that says dehumanize, and bully fat people means that I'm being mean. Laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face. Get over yourself. And then it says, so if y'all are bored and want to report their account for bullying me for existing as I am, then please do so. Thank you. And the title of the TikTok was Welcome to the Daily Life of a Fat Person on the Internet. And the DM that the screenshot is of is someone messaging Marissa saying, why are you so unnecessarily condescending and mean? Facts. You realize that you have no hope of getting anyone onto our cause because of this attitude. Facts. People hate us fat people, so I'm assuming the person messaging her is saying, hey, I'm fat, and people are not going to take us seriously if you keep acting the way you do, pretty much. They say people hate us fat people even more after they listen to you talk down to them, pretend you as a white woman are oppressed. In parentheses, fat people are mistreated, not oppressed, which is not a bad take. And then it says, stop it for the sake of our cause being taken seriously. Please stop. I think I'm with this random person. Yep, this is what I've been trying to say the whole time. And this is what she says.
Internet.
Like, sorry, not sorry, but when someone dehumanizes me, of course I'm going to speak to them like they're a fucking idiot. How else am I supposed to speak to them like with a nice, oh, thank you so much for oh, I see, I can't even do it. Oh,
she's literally not. She's like, I can't even be nice. I can't even pretend to be nice. What?
Thank you so much for dehumanizing me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like, no. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out and take that fucking stick out of your... That's how you're gonna talk to people. Like, people who dehumanize others do not get my niceness. They get my condescending because they don't deserve anything but my rudeness. And like, I think that's okay. And if you think that's a problem, then keep that to yourself. I never asked. It's very simple. I never fucking asked for anyone's fucking opinion about, and for the millionth fucking time, stop tone policing people who are literally in multiple marginalized groups. Like, it's very annoying that we're not allowed to show emotion or we're not allowed to be anything but nice. It's very annoying. It's very exhausted. I want to be rude to people who are rude to me. Like, I don't have to give you niceness. I don't have to be the bigger person. And people need to fucking realize that. Because if you think that I owe someone niceness who is dehumanizing me or judging me or harassing me or bullying me or wishing me death because of my body size, and if you think that I owe them niceness and a thank you, you're fucking so in the head. Like, go to therapy.
Okay, so that was her very eloquent response to some honestly pretty constructive criticism. I don't like Marissa. I never have, and I never will. And I'm sure if she ever finds me, if she hasn't already, she probably doesn't like me either, and I'm okay with that. I totally agreed with this person who messaged her being like, hey, your tone trying to fight for this cause is not going to help anything because you're just turning people off. Like, that is what I've been saying this whole time, and I couldn't agree more with that take. That being said, Marissa, I'm assuming when Marissa talks about being dehumanized, she just means like being criticized, because on the screenshot of the DM, she referred to that as like dehumanizing. At least that's how I interpreted it. And that just proves to me that she just can't take criticism. And as an online content creator, you need to be able to take criticism, like, or else you will go crazy. And so I think this was just, and do I think that you owe people niceness who are mean to you, who bully you? No, I don't think so. I think sometimes you don't have to be nice to anybody, really. But particularly if anybody is being mean to you, no, you don't owe them niceness. But if you're trying to fight for a cause, sometimes when people go low, you gotta go high, and that sucks, but that's just how it is. And, yeah, if you're actually trying to make some sort of change. Also, I think it's really interesting about her calling people fucked in the head, when she talks about her own mental illnesses as being reasons for why she acts the way she does and stuff. I've never called someone fucked in the head. I think ever. And I think it's just a really rude term and kind of hypocritical for her to expect different treatment because she may have mental illnesses that cause her to act a certain way, but is just so freely being like, you're fucked in the head if you don't think this is right. Yeah, okay, on to the next one. Okay, so, sorry. So this is another Marissa one. I really like her hair, if I'm honest. It says, thin people, when they find out the bopo movement isn't about insecurities, but actually about marginalized bodies, voices, and systemic discrimination. And this is the sound that went with that. So, yeah. I think you know what I'm going to say about this. The body positivity movement did start with people just wanting to be positive and accepting of their just natural born body, regardless of what it looks like, its physical capabilities, blah, 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 which is all great and well, and the fat acceptance community co-opted it and made it about something that it never was meant to be in the first place. Fat acceptance and body positivity started off as two different things. I made a whole video about this. And do I think it's a bad thing that, like, body positivity has brought in marginalized bodies and voices and talks about systemic discrimination? No, but I just will never understand why it can't be about both, and why not everyone can have a piece of the pie, you know, because doesn't everyone deserve to celebrate their body? Like, I don't fully get it, and yeah, and this is just her mocking thin people, so I just want to put that in there. Okay, on to the next one.
Yeah.
You don't like Lizzo?
I don't know. Yeah.
The sun is so bright. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Lizzo, but I will be damned if a group of thin women hate on her. I will go to war against that. Why is she annoying?
So Splotchmaker again, so there's like Splotchmaker was stitching a TikTok of a guy like interviewing a group of thin women on the street asking like about Lizzo. And one of them said she thinks Lizzo's kind of annoying. And I'm gonna be honest, I like Lizzo as a person. I think her music's kind of annoying, if I'm honest. I do like a few Lizzo songs, I'm not gonna lie, but like, it's just not my cup of tea all the time. And I think she can be kind of annoying sometimes too. And it's not because she's fat. I'm fat, okay? I just think she's annoying. And I think thin people are allowed to have opinions about other people. Granted, could this person be thinking or saying Lizzo's annoying because she's a fat person? Sure. But was that ever explained? No. Was Splotchmaker putting words in their mouth? Yes. And that's all I had to say about this one. And it's literally just her like standing in front of just going and standing in front of the camera. And it says, thin person, quote, skinny shaming is the same as fat shaming. And Marissa is very vocal about how she disagrees with this take. And I honestly don't think they're any different. When I was growing up, some of my best friends were super thin. And they would get bullied a lot. And being told to eat a cheeseburger, or like my girlfriends who were like flat-chested being compared to like prepubescent boys and whatever. And like, that's not cool either. Like, body shaming is body shaming, and there can be two different kinds of body shaming, but it doesn't make anyone worse than the other one. And so let's just not body shame people, and let's not invalidate the experiences of others. You know, I was bigger, and I like still totally understood why my friends who were thin and whatever were so frustrated with being body shamed for being so skinny. Because I was able at the young age of like teenagerdom to like be able to be like, oh, it's kind of the same thing that I go through when people make fun of me for being fat, which honestly not a lot of people did. I was very lucky in that regard. But I was able to see that it's the same thing, and it affects them the same fucking way. And I just don't understand why the two things can't exist at the same time. So yeah, that was the last one. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on any of these down below. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to watch. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink your water, and take your meds. And I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.